Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. If you're new on this channel, my name is Lavina, and on this channel we dive deep into matters that concerns our health, our wellness, because the goal is to live an healthy life. All right, so today we're going to be talking about something that has been super popular lately, something that I think I should talk about because there's been a lot of misconception about it. There's been a lot of positive, a lot of truth about it too, which I also want to emphasize. So whether you're curious about how it works or you want to understand the science behind it, today we're going to be talking about intermittent fasting. All right. So I want you to stay tuned because this video is for you.
Jesus, Jesus, we sing your name. You're our friend. We're never the same.
So, intermittent fasting, right? It isn't just a diet. It's not just an eating pattern, all right? It's an eating pattern that alternates between period of eating and period of fasting. So with intermittent fasting, you only eat during a specific time. You only eat for a certain hour each day or at a certain hour each day. For some people, it's like eating just one meal a couple of days a week. And research has been shown that intermittent fasting actually have a lot of health benefit. All right. Some popular, method include the 16-8 method, where you fast for 16 hours and then you eat during an 8-hour window. Another popular method is like the 5-2 method, right? Where you eat normally for 5 days and then you restrict your calories for 2 days, right? It's more like it involves eating regularly 5 days a week, right? And then the other 2 days, you limit yourself to maybe like a 500 or a 600 calorie meal. An example will be maybe on Monday and Tuesday, you decide that, okay, I'm going to eat like once a day. And then every other day of the week, right, I'm going to eat normal. Now, the focus for intermittent fasting is less on what you eat, but is more on when you eat, right? It is less on what you eat, but more on when you eat. Now, so why is fasting on the range? Having understood what intermittent fasting is, why is everybody talking about it? Why are some people, deliberately fasting? And why have you been hearing people say, if I fast, I slim down, I lost weight? If you think about what happened in the olden days, several years ago, food was naturally unavailable. Like it was not always available 24/7, right? And because of that, a lot of our elders and, our forefathers never really had like 24/7, like all the time on the go. Like now where you have snacks, you're eating, every time you're working, you're eating virtually every day, every hour of the day. However, science is now, trying to catch up and reveal to us that there are health benefits from fasting, deliberately fasting, not spiritual fast, like deliberately, staying and being like, I'm not going to eat 3 times today. I'm not going to eat 4 times today. I'm going to stay away from snacks, and all the junk food and all. So science has been able to bring up a lot of research, has been able to tell us a lot, all right? And we're going to dive into some of those things, right? Now, how does it work? All right. Now, there are several ways to do intermittent fasting, but really they are all based on choosing regular time periods to eat and to fast. Just like I said, you can decide to choose like an 8-hour period where you fast and then for the remaining time you eat, or you might choose 1 meal a day, 2 days a week. There are so many ways of doing it. All right. However, I want you to know that if somebody is eating 3 times a day plus snacks and they are not exercising at all, it means they are still using a lot of their calories. They are not burning those calories at all. But intermittent fasting works by prolonging the period where your body has burned through the calories consumed during the last meal. And then by the time your body finish burning all the calories you've eaten for the last meal, what happens? Your body begins to burn fat. And when fat begins to, go down, what happens? You start losing weight. So that is how it works, all right? Because what happens is many times we eat a lot of things, in between our meals, even with our meals, heavy meals. And then after eating those things, the body has not even fully broken down those things. We are eating another thing. But with intermittent fasting, you're giving the body enough room, right, to burn the calories you have eaten. And not only that, the body is now able to burn the fats in your body. Because when the body finish burning all the calories, it begins to burn fat. The body now begins to burn, fatty tissues, fat in your body. And then the person begins to do what? Begins to slim down. I'm trying to use layman terms. I don't want to use medical terms. The body begins to do what? The person begins to slim down. Now, there are so many scientific evidence to back up intermittent fasting. There was a review done in, I think, 2016, right? And from that review, it was discovered that intermittent fasting could actually bring about a decrease of blood pressure, heart rate, cholesterol, triglyceride. And if you know what triglyceride, they're like a type of fat present in the blood. And triglyceride is linked to heart disease, So if the body is able to burn down that fat that is linked to heart disease, think about it. To a great extent, it reduces, the effect, it reduces heart disease, right? Okay, now let's get to the juicy part. Weight loss. Weight loss. When you fast, your insulin level drops. And that encourages your body to burn fat for energy instead of glucose. Now, so many studies have actually shown that when you fast intermittently, right, you lose weight, especially the stubborn belly fat. You know all those belly fat you've been trying to work on, and you've been like, ooh, I am not losing this fat. How would I get my belly to be flat? Try fasting. It works. It works. Another huge benefit is cell repairs and longevity. I cannot overemphasize this. Like, I have patients who are above 90. And guess what? They don't eat all the time. And I was trying to look at this patient. I'm like, what do they actually do? The truth is, they don't eat all the time. They control their portioning, and there are a bunch of other things, But since we're talking about intermittent fasting, I'm saying they don't eat all the time, So, and another huge benefit is longevity. During fasting, your cells go into like a repair mode. Old cells, damaged protein, they are being removed. It's like a detoxing at the cellular level, right? This process is known as autophagy. And autophagy has been linked to a longer, healthier life. I'm going to put up on the screen some testimonies from people, who have actually tried fasting and, and what it did to them. I saw these testimonies on Instagram, and I feel, what? I should put it up here. So you see on the screen some testimonies about people that have, tried intermittent fasting and, the result they got from it, right? And let's not forget about mental clarity, okay? Many people usually report like they feel dizzy, they feel less focused, they are not energetic, but if you try fasting, at the beginning, your body might actually, show you pepper. If there's anyone like that, like your body is going to feel it, right, at the beginning. But with time, your body gets used to it. All right. Now, I was saying something. I said insulin level stabilizes during fasting for some people, and there is less sugar in the system. When there is less sugar in the system, what do you notice? Your brain functions are efficient. So it's a win-win. Your brain is able to function properly. Why? Because of what? Of the insulin stability. So insulin is stable, right? There's less sugar in the body, which helps the brain to function properly. Now, how do we actually start intermittent fasting safely? Let's talk about how to do it safely. Before you begin or jump into fasting, wait. There are a few things you need to know. You need to start slowly. Please start slowly. For beginners, I recommend you start the 12-12 method, right? Where you fast for 12 hours and you eat for the remaining 12 hours. And then you gradually work your way up to the 16-8 method, all right? Which I'm going to pull up on the screen. You can see it on your screen. Now, it's actually safe. However, it's safe for weight management. However, you need to speak with your doctor first before you try out intermittent fasting. And children, and teenagers of less than 18, women who are pregnant, people with type 1 diabetes who are currently taking insulin, you need to talk to your doctor first before you try it. All right, please talk to your doctor first before you try it. All right, and listen to your body too. When your body is severely dehydrated, eat, drink water and eat, because dehydration can lead to a whole lot in the body. I don't want you to get dehydrated. So when your body is dehydrated, I need you to eat and drink water, okay? All right. So what are the common myths about intermittent fasting? There are a lot of people saying a lot of things about intermittent fasting. What are those myths? I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm not going to talk about a lot of things, a lot of myths. But one of the biggest misconceptions is that fasting means starving yourself. Intermittent fasting means starving yourself. But the thing is, intermittent fasting isn't starving yourself if it is controlled and planned. So you won't be depriving your body of essential nutrients if it is done right. But if it's not done right, you might be depriving your body of some important nutrients. But if it is done the right way, then your body gets all the nutrients that it needs. Now, another myth is that fasting slows down your metabolism. Now, research has shown that short-term fasting can actually boost your metabolism by 3.6 to 14%. So, you're most likely to burn fat, not less. So you see, there is actually a lot of myths about intermittent fasting that I can refute, but we don't want to go deep into that. But what I think what is important for us to know is that intermittent fasting isn't starving yourself, right? If it is controlled and planned, you are not neglecting your body. No, that's not it, right? You're simply, doing all it takes to be in shape. That's it. And you're preventing a lot of diseases by, doing intermittent fasting, right? Now, is intermittent fasting safe? Is it actually safe, right? So I've said some people actually try intermittent fasting for weight loss, and some other people use the method to address like chronic disease, like irritable bowel syndrome, high cholesterol, arthritis. But one thing you must know is intermittent fasting is not for everyone, okay? It is not for everyone. It's important that we talk to our doctors first and tell them what we want to do. And then the doctor should be able to tell us if it is right for us or not, all right? If you have an history of eating disorder, you don't want to go into intermittent fasting. You want to think about it critically before you go into it, okay? All right, so I'm gonna give a personal experience of intermittent fasting. Actually, it works for me all the time because I have a scale at home. So when I feel like I've eaten too much for a couple of days or for a week, and I feel like I've added some pounds or kg, depending on the scale you're using, what I do is I undergo intermittent fasting. So what I do is I simply decide to eat like once or twice for like 2-3 days, and it works magic. Like before my weight drops. My weight drops. So that has really worked for me, and I know it's working for so many people. I want you to tell me in the comment section, have you tried intermittent fasting, whether consciously or unconsciously? Has it worked for you? If it has, what did you do? How did you do it? What method did you use that it actually worked for you? For me, it has worked for me several times. So I want to hear from you, all right? Please please don't forget to like and subscribe to this, to my YouTube channel. Like this video, say something nice, and then subscribe. I want you to subscribe. Please. Thank you so much. So this is a wrap on today's video. If you're interested in giving intermittent fasting a try, why not start now? Okay, start now. Today is the day to start. All right, bye.